Hi there! I'm gonna teach you about the Heart Healthy Diet today. So the reason we want to do a heart healthy diet is because the foods that you put into your body can increase your risk of heart disease. So a heart healthy diet is recommended to reduce your unhealthy blood cholesterol levels, manage high blood pressure, and reduce your risk of heart disease, okay? So to follow a heart healthy diet, it's important that you eat smart. So you need to control your portion sizes. So basically you'd be surprised how much we overeat just by putting however much amount that we can put on our plate. So what I want you to try is try to use a smaller plate or bowl. When eating out, limit the portions by sharing with another person, or try appetizers and sharing with the person. That's always nice. Or if you get an appetizer, try to choose something that's lighter for your main course. Restaurant foods tend to be really high in calories, saturated fats, sodium, all the stuff that we want you to limit. So it would be better if you try to do a hands-on approach at home. And then it's also great if you were to eat larger portions of vegetables and fruits and smaller portions of processed foods like canned and frozen, prepackaged foods, box mixes, anything that is high in sugar, sodium, lots of saturated fats, we want you to limit, okay? We also want you to choose low-fat protein sources, so like lean cuts of meat like chicken breast, pork tenderloin, ground chicken. Always look for ground. If you're gonna do ground beef, that's fine, but we want you to do a 90-10 ground beef, not an 80-20 or 70-30. That's a lot of fat. It'd be better to do a 90-10 and always stick to a 90-10. If you like fish is a great way to go. It's a very lean source of protein. And then if you don't like meat products or anything like that, or if you're a vegetarian, you can use eggs, milk products, yogurt. That is also a really great source of protein. If you're a vegan, beans, rice, that type of thing, also great sources of protein and low in fat. Fish are also great because they're rich in omega-3 fatty acids, and that can lower blood fats called triglycerides. As I said before, we want you to limit unhealthy fats. So we want you to choose foods that are 0 grams of trans fat, and you need to look at the food label. So looking at the food label, you want to make sure that your saturated fat is no more than 2 grams, so 10% of the food, and then the total fat should be less than 4 grams, all right? For sodium on the food label, you want to make sure that foods are less than 140 milligrams of sodium per serving, and then you also want to make sure that you're not going above 20 to 100 milligrams per day. That's really important. If you go above 24 milligrams per day, you can increase your blood pressure, and that might be the whole reason why we put you on a heart healthy diet. So what else? Something else we want to go over is that you should eat less than 200 milligrams of cholesterol per day. Cholesterol is something that is carried through in the bloodstream via lipoproteins, and lipoproteins are known as transporters of fat. So we do need some cholesterol in our body, but when we eat too much of the cholesterol, it can damage our arteries, and as you know, might cause a heart attack or heart disease. So something else we want you to go over is we want to choose heart-healthy carbohydrates. So we want to limit the amount of refined carbohydrates. So what do I mean by refined carbohydrates? We want to limit starches, sugars. Well, some starches are okay, but we want to limit sugars. We want you to eat starches that naturally occur in foods, so like rice or corn, or eat the sugars that naturally occur in food also, so like sugars in fruit and milk. Milk has lactose in it, and that's a sugar. So refined carbohydrates are like simple sugars, so think of like Aunt Jemima's syrup that you put on a pancake, any type of candy, juice that isn't 100% juice, anything like that is a refined sugar. Additional tips to do would be to achieve and maintain a healthy weight. Healthy weight is great for everything. If you're on a heart-healthy diet, it'll help you maintain a normal blood pressure. It'll reduce your risk of heart disease, and it'll just really help you out. No matter what, it'll help you out with your overall health. And also limiting alcohol to 1 to 2 drinks a day. So 1 drink is 4 ounces of wine, for example, or 1 ounce of liquor, or 12 ounces of beer. All right? And then also get moving. Exercise has shown to be a great indicator of reducing the risk of heart disease. It really helps, and you also feel better afterwards, all right? So something else I want to go over would be the type of foods that are recommended on this diet. So for grains, whole wheat breads, whole grain breads and cereals. These include barley, rye, buckwheat, corn, teff, quinoa, millet, all of those. Whole wheat pasta, anything that has a grain, do it whole wheat. Brown rice, quinoa, or wild rice. And then for protein foods, as I said before, lean cuts of beef and pork, skinless poultry, fish, great sources of protein. Dairy, we want to stick to non-fat, skim, or low-fat, or 1% milk, okay? So, and then if you're also going to do yogurt, non-fat or low-fat yogurt or cottage cheese, same thing as before, or fat-free or low-fat cheese. Vegetables, you want to stick to fresh, frozen, or canned vegetables without added fat or salt. Make sure you look at the food labels again. A lot of canned items have added sodium to it, and it's just something that's unnecessary. Or you can even buy the dry beans or dry rice and create it yourself without adding salt to it. Fruits, as the same as vegetables, fresh, frozen, canned, or dried fruit. Make sure it's not in fruit juice, it's just in water, okay? For oils, we want to stick to unsaturated oils. So what I mean by unsaturated oils, we want to stick to corn, olive, peanut, soy, sunflower, or canola oil. We want to do soft or liquid margarines and vegetable oil spreads, all right? If you're going to eat a salad, salad dressings, you need to make sure that they're made with unsaturated fats, all right? Stay away from butter. We all know it's delicious, but it has a ton of saturated fat in it, okay? Other sources, if you want to munch on something, seeds and nuts, or even avocado, or have all these healthy oils. So some foods that are prevalent, but we want to stay away from. We want to stay away from breads or crackers topped with salt. That's a super easy one, really easy to get extra sodium in your diet that way, and we just want to stay away from them. So if you're going to buy breads or crackers, make sure that they are the low sodium bread or crackers, okay? High-fat bakery products like donuts, biscuits, croissants, pastries, anything like that, try to stay away from them, okay? Protein foods, higher fat cuts of meat. So as I said before earlier, the 70-30 ground beef, we want to stay away from it. It has a ton of fat in it. Ribs, T-bone steak, regular hamburger, bacon, sausage, hot dogs, salami, bologna, organ meats, any poultry with skin has a lot of fat in it, okay? So stay away from it. For dairy, stay away from the whole milk or 2% milk, heavy cream, half and half cream cheese, sour cream cheese, all right? Stick to the low fat or fat-free dairy. For vegetables, as I said before, stay away from the vegetables in like cream sauces, butter, stuff like that. Stay away from fried vegetables. Deep fried things can raise your cholesterol, raise your blood pressure, all that stuff. Oils, stay away from butter. Stay away from tropical oils like coconut oil, palm kernel oils. It has a lot of fat in it. Other things, candy, these are kind of the normal things that you would think of when you have to stay away from them. Candy, just eating a lot of white rice, miso, pickles, olives, and relish have a ton of sodium in them, so try to stay away from them or find a low sodium source of them. Okay, I think that is it. Do you have any questions for me? Okay, thank you so much. Bye.